What if the biggest barrier to changing the world isn't your background, but believing whether or not you can do it?
My name is Aditya. I am the founder of a company called Inspirit that builds virtual reality software for schools.
I'm Sonia Garcia, co-founder of My Health, an integrated care delivery company for individuals with severe mental illness.
My name is Jeremy Hutton. I'm an assistant district attorney at the New York County District Attorney's Office.
Every day I get a chance to come here and feel a sense of purpose in the work that I do.
Three, two, one, action.
I'm Aza Cohen. My first job out of Stanford was official videographer in the White House for Vice President Kamala Harris. Every day, I was prepared with skills that I learned from being a Knight-Hennessy Scholar, like storytelling, being curious, thinking in an interdisciplinary way, and most importantly, being your authentic self. It's been a few years since the Knight-Hennessy Scholars have been able to catch up with what the amazing alumni are doing. Let's go check out their stories.
I grew up in a house where my mom was also a school teacher, and I saw a massive opportunity to really create some tools that can solve real world problems in the classroom. And I think what got me excited with education was my lived experience, being in classrooms, seeing so many ways in which we could do better than just PowerPoint presentations.
I like how you could interact with some of the 3D objects that you couldn't normally interact with in real life, like the heart.
If you want to be a doctor tomorrow, you want to be a nurse tomorrow, are you comfortable drawing blood? Let's put you in a surgery space and let's have you perform a surgery. Let's have you perform CPR on somebody and experience what it's like to work in an operating room with multiple people in a high stress and a high pressure environment. And if that gets you excited, then maybe you want to learn more about it. And so the real goal for some of this stuff is to spark that curiosity. The part of Knight-Hennessy that drew me to it was its explicit focus on interdisciplinary problem solving and interdisciplinary thinking. And I think I wanted to take a very bottom-up mindset, a very teacher-first, a student-first mindset towards how we designed and how we deployed these technologies. And Knight-Hennessy gave me the space to prototype those ideas, to test those ideas, to iterate on those ideas, to get feedback on those ideas, and a safe space where I could fail without a consequence of failure, and in an environment with the right mentors and the right experts to guide you through that process and that meaning-making process. That was truly transformative and special for me.
So I grew up in a fairly conservative Hispanic household to immigrant parents. I'm Mexican Puerto Rican, and we did not grow up aware of mental health at all. I was a teenager when we really tragically lost my dad to suicide, and that absolutely changed everything. It was really the hardest thing that we've ever lived through. When my brother went off to college, I think he had a really hard time dealing with a lot of the pressure and the trauma in our past experience, and had his first psychotic break and was later diagnosed with schizoaffective disorder. That began a journey of trying to seek the right care for him all throughout the US. We visited countless hospitals, clinics, and nothing seemed to work. If anything, it seemed that he was getting worse and worse as time went on, until we were really left with no choice but to return to Mexico. And in Mexico, we were very fortunate to find a very holistic and culturally competent clinic. It reframed completely how I thought care needed to be delivered. The dream for what I'm doing today was really, how could I help families like mine get back on a path of recovery and lead sustainable quality lives? Knight-Hennessy really gave me a lot of that courage, inspiration, and I would say most importantly, self-belief in how I could really transform and generate change in the world. It really has been the foundation for everything that I'm building today, and I think that the person that I've grown up to be as well. I have a community that I continue to rely on through the ups and downs, failures, growth, and I'm authentically and very deeply connected into. I would say It opened my eyes to seeing all different facets of leadership and how that could take shape in fields such as climate change and policy and ethics and medicine, and enabled me to also think that much more deeply about who I wanted to be and how I should authentically show up as a leader.
I wanted to go into law and into criminal justice because I wanted to make a difference in the world. And it felt to me like there were levers that could be pulled in the law and in the criminal justice system to make the world a more just and a fairer place. When I get up in court and I get to say I represent the people of the state of New York, that's a really powerful moment, and I don't take that for granted. Fundamentally, I wanted to go into law and into criminal justice because I wanted to make a difference in the world. How can I apply what I learned at Stanford, and how do I interface with witnesses, with survivors, with defendants, with defense attorneys in a respectful way, in a way that centers people and doesn't treat everybody like just a cog in the machine. Knight-Hennessy had a seminar about storytelling. As someone who's a trial attorney, storytelling is what I do in court. Of course, as a prosecutor, the story has to be true, but what Knight-Hennessy taught me was how to craft a narrative, how to make it compelling, and how to be comfortable getting up in front of a large group of people. I think that's something that Knight-Hennessy really helped me learn, and it's something I use every day in my job. I think of Knight-Hennessy as a two-way street. So running one way was the amazing promise that Knight-Hennessy made to me about bringing me into the community and supporting me financially during law school. But running the other way was a promise that I made that I would, in fact, be devoted to public service, to being of service to other people, and to trying to advance justice in the world. And that's a promise that I take really seriously, and that's something that helps me get out of bed every morning to do my job.
It doesn't matter where you start, Knight-Hennessy can help you get to where you want to go.
Being a Knight-Hennessy Scholar absolutely had a significant impact on my career. It gave me the confidence and the clarity that I could take big bets, I could take big risks as early as I did.
So to my friends, I often describe Stanford as the Disneyland of academia, where all your wildest dreams can come true.
First, I would say, do it. It expands and broadens your horizon. And I think also it empowers and encourages you to listen to that, little angel on your shoulder that says that you can and should be making a difference in the world.
Being a Knight-Hennessy Scholar didn't just change our path, it changed what we believe is possible. Imagine what it could unlock for you.